Going on, guys, and welcome to Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. We're currently on the H1 client because sadly I couldn't find any matches on the Steam version, which if you have that, install it and get on the Steam version of Modern Warfare Remastered. It's safer than the other Call of Duties. You don't need to go into a client. Modern Warfare Remastered is pretty safe. There's always risk involved, remember that. Or install the H1 client and populate the servers here because, man, this game... oh my god, there is no law. No, what? Doesn't really matter how many people are in the servers. I'm not really making this video to talk about MWR gameplay. Why is it so laggy? Hello? I did not really make this video to talk about Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay or anything like that. It's more to talk about something that should come back to Call of Duty, and I may or may have not stolen this idea from Nero Cinema, so I just feel like he had good ideas about it. And I watched this video and it made me think, we need events back in Call of Duty. Days of Summer, especially. Like, what are we doing? Why are we not having events like that anymore? Like, Call of Duty these days is all about store bundles and a few in-game events that don't really make any sense, that aren't really worth grinding. At least not for me personally. We need to bring that stuff back, man. Like, I remember when this game came out, I already loved COD 4. You know, the original COD 4 was one of my favorite Call of Duty games. And when they remastered this, I was like, oh, nice. We're finally going to be able to play it with, like, better graphics and stuff. But they added so much more to this game. They added events. They added supply drops. And I'll be the first one to say it. We need supply drops back. Call of Duty needs to bring back supply drops. I don't care what anyone says. Supply drops were way better than store bundles. Not just because it brought you back to the game because there was something to grind for, but there was just so much more hype in when you unlocked something. You know, I know people hate the whole pay-to-win aspect of supply drops, which I never really understood because there is technically, yes, a pay-to-win aspect to supply drops, but if someone decides to spend like $1,000 on supply drops just to get a weapon or something, I just think that's super fucking stupid, by lack of a better word. I think that's dumb because you're taking all the grind out of your game, and then of course you're making the game money, which is good. Call of Duty needs to make money, but damn, okay, bro. But it's just, there was way more hype behind unlocking stuff. There was way more effort into it because if you just play Call of Duty and you grind Call of Duty as people used to do, then you would just unlock everything in the supply drops. I did that on Black Ops 4 on PS4. I played that game so much that I have literally unlocked everything in that game, and I spent maybe $200 on supply drops. All of the other things was by doing the challenges, getting crates, saving those crates up, and then using those crates to buy like massive supply drop bundles that were in the store all the time. I love doing that. Same with Infinite Warfare. Advanced Warfare, I think, was an even better system because that's where it started. But man, you're just playing a match and all of a sudden, you know, you die like 5 times and you get a supply drop. It's like, hey, you died a few times. Here, have this. And in that supply drop could be anything. And of course, there's like the difference with supply drops and, for example, in Advanced Warfare, advanced supply drops, which contain higher tier loot or have a higher probability of dropping higher tier loot because you can get all the loot out of regular supply drops as well. My thing with supply drops was always like, I'm just opening regular supply drops because at some point I'm gonna have everything that the regular supply drops have to offer, and I'll start getting better items out of the regular supply drops. Hello? That was just my take on it. Can I use my chopper? Yes. And the same is for Modern Warfare Remastered, man. I grinded supply drops on console on this game. I absolutely loved it. And then the events game, like, look at this camo. I'm sorry, but the camos in this game are better than the camos in Call of Duty right now. Don't get me wrong, Sledgehammer did a great job with Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 is a good game, but it is not the classic Call of Duty experience. It hasn't been for a long time, of course. But there's so many things that we absolutely love about Call of Duty and that made us come back to the games. And, you know, when you get home from work or from school, you're excited to boot up the game. That just doesn't happen anymore. It's just something that's, I don't know, gotten lost in time or maybe in translation to the newer generation. I don't know. Oof. I'm pretty sure that was a bot, but that's crazy how these bots play. I just want to see that stuff come back, man, which is, I've always been advocating for keeping older Call of Duties alive just in case we get in a situation that we are in this day and age. Like, modern Call of Duty is just not what it used to be. And a lot of people, especially the newer generation, keeps complaining about the fact that we complain about how Call of Duty is today, but they never knew the glory days of Call of Duty. They never knew the glory days of sniping, how it all came to be, how the entire community would support each other and hype each other up no matter what team you're in, no matter what your fan base is, no matter how many subs you have. It didn't matter. It was just like, you did something cool, awesome. And the communities were alive, and then came supply drops, and the content community just blew up. There were so many people in 9-10 months into the life cycle of a Call of Duty that had supply drops that were making supply drop opening videos, which is amazing content both for, you know, the community and for the game. It brings people to the game. Call it gambling, I don't care, but it is what drags people in. And in the beginning, when the whole store bundle thing came, you know, it was kind of the same thing. I think Cold War was the first one to actually, you know, make that type of content possible, or that actually, you know, kind of kickstarted that content where you would buy something in the store and then you would show it off in game. I know it was a huge thing with Fortnite from the start. But for Call of Duty, I believe Cold War was the peak in that. But that dies out. You buy a bundle in the store, you do like, oh, hey, this is the bundle, look at this, and then you play 2 matches with it. That's the video. You can't make another video about that bundle. It's done. It's been talked about. Whereas in supply drops, you could literally grind out supply drops by playing, save them up, and then record an opening, and then you would do the same thing over and over and over again. It was a great time to be a Call of Duty YouTuber. And now obviously that is talking from a content creator perspective, but just as a Call of Duty player, these big events like in Modern Warfare Remastered, like Shamrock and Awe, Days of Summer, the Halloween events, all of that, it's just so much fun, and it keeps the game alive. Oh, I was trying to line that up. It just keeps the game alive. And I don't know why we went to store bundles. I guess it has something to do with Activision thinking it makes them more money. I can't be the only one that speculates about how much money supply drops made, right? Like, that was one of the most lucrative business models Call of Duty has ever done. And I think they're scared to go back to that because, you know, they now have all these store bundles. You know what makes money? It's not people buying the bundles. It's Call of Duty signing contracts with things they add to their store, and the money they get from those contracts, that's what makes the big money. That's what bringing in the big bucks. 100%. These have to be all bots, right? I don't know why it's happening. I mean, to be fair, this game is horribly optimized for PC, which I can understand is keeping some people away from the game. But still, man, this is one of the better Call of Duties out there. Like, yes, we have Plutonium and we have Ultraware for Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops and World at War. Amazing, you know? Like, I love those games, but nothing will ever compare to Modern Warfare Remastered. Again, I loved COD 4, and Modern Warfare Remastered just brought a bunch of new things that made it the finishing touches for this game. The graphic improvement alone is absolutely amazing. Is this bot camping with a sniper? Am I playing against actual real people? I literally can't tell. Where are you? Oh, is he up there? There he is. There's no way these are real people. I refuse to believe it. Which is why I want to get the Steam servers back active. It's one of the smaller reasons that I'm making this video. I already did a Modern Warfare Remastered video. A lot of people were asking me, is it safe to play on Steam? To be honest, guys, it's never 100% safe to play Call of Duty through Steam because the code is so old. But luckily, Modern Warfare Remastered hasn't seen that many problems. I think it's because it's a newer engine. It's not like the super old school engine. Man, I wish this game saw more players. It deserves to see more players. It is such a good Call of Duty. Sadly, the new generation of Call of Duty players will never play this game. Never. They will never enjoy it, and they'll never play it because they all grew up in the super sweaty era of Call of Duty where you need to use the meta or you suck, and you need to be a movement demon or you suck, and you can't use aim assist because then you suck. It's, you know, it's a shit community. Everything went to shit with modern Call of Duty. I hate to say it, but it's true, and I know a lot of people back me up on it. Give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. No feed. Point of this video, I wish we had more events like Days of Summer and stuff, because if we go into, let's leave this because I swear to God, there's not a single real person in that lobby. Look at all these collections. This is all from like added collections and then events. Like, look at Days of Summer. Look how much content there is in here that you can get, like how many things you can get just by playing the game. That's all you need to do for this is play the game. There were like you know, they added like beach bog, like a specific map according to the event that you could play for extra XP. And oh man, I miss those days. I really miss those days. There's just so much to do in this game. Like, you go to the armory as well. Look at all these weapons. You can just unlock all of this by playing Days of Summer, 2 new weapons. This is literally the weapon from Season 5, from Modern Warfare 3. I mean, you guys know what it is. Most of you played through the supply drop era and stuff like that. You know how much content there is. Like, these weapon kits, look at that. Love this one. This is also really neat. The Grizzly, look at that. Just for snipers alone, there is so much content. And also for the Red Gunner, there is just so much to do. There's all these weapon camos that look absolutely amazing. There's even a few when it comes to Days of Summer. There's a Lion Strike event. Everything is just, this looks really cool. I always love this one. Anyway, my point being, actually 2 points being of this video. 1, get on Modern Warfare Remastered if you have it on Steam. Play the client like this, the H1 client, or play the actual game through Steam. It's fine. Second point being, bring back events. Bring back supply drops. Fuck this store bundle bullshit. Fuck this battle pass bullshit. I know Activision just wants to make money and they'll never listen to us. But man, these were the golden days, man. This is what I want from Call of Duty. Black Ops 6? Man, please give us something good.